Hey everyone. That'll go of the NFL 2025 Week 6 and Week 7 recap. And then I'm going to do the NFL 2025 Week 8 predictions. So, first I'm going to go over the Eagles versus the Eagles versus the New York Giants. That happened um, October 9th, 2025. Um, That was the Thursday night game. That started off week 6. And thought I'd go over the scores. Field goal, Elliott, yard field goal attempt is good. So, touchdown, Jay Dirt scrambles up. Touchdown by New York. Field goal by the Philadelphia Eagles. Touchdown by New York Giants. Point after touchdown, 1 point by Jay McConnell. Um, touchdown by Jay Dirt. Touchdown. Touchdown by New York Giants. Touchdown by Philadelphia Eagles. Point after touchdown by Eagles. Touch, second quarter, touchdown. Jay Hurts rushed up in the middle for the first start. Touchdown. Eagles point after touchdown. 1 point. Touchdown. New York Giants. Touchdown. New York Giants. Third quarter, touchdown by New York Giants. Touchdown by New York Giants. Now the score is 17-27. Touchdown by New York Giants and point after touchdown, 1 point by New York Giants. So that was the score, 38-17. New York Giants win. New York Giants beat the Eagles a Thursday night game of Week 6. Should I go over? I don't know if I should go over all these games though. I think I'll just go over the Bengals games. I don't want to go over all these games. But, actually, I should. I could, but I might as well just to kill time. I can go like 2 or 3 hours just going through all the games and the scores. I probably won't go over the names that made the touchdowns and the field goals. Probably just go over the teams that got this field goal and the touchdown. It'll save up time, so I'll probably do that. Sunday night game: Broncos versus the Jets. Um, Field goal: Jets 0-3. Jets win. Jets get the field goal. Broncos get the field goal 3-3. Field goal by the Jets 3-6. Touchdown by the Broncos 9-6. Point after touchdown. Touchdown by 1 point. 10-6. Extra point, yeah. Field goal, New York Jets, 10-9. Safety, 10-11 by the Broncos. Field goal, 13-11. Broncos win 13-11. So Broncos win that game. Seahawks versus the Jaguars. Jaguars touchdown 0-6. Field goal by the Seahawks 3-6. Touchdown by Seahawks 9-6. Point after this touchdown 1 point 10-6. Field goal 13-6. Touchdown 19-6. Point after the touchdown 1 point 20-6. Touchdown in the fourth quarter, touchdown by the Jacksonville Jags. 20-12. Seahawks win the game 20-12. I actually like the Jaguars just because Tony Khan owns the Jaguars, so that's why I like the Jaguars. That's one of my favorite teams. I have a team for each division. I think I actually do that going over my teams after this of each division. I think I'll go over the teams that I like, that I root for, should I say, or have that I like. To say I like, but that's 3 games right there. LA Chargers versus the Dolphins. Field goal by the LA Chargers 3-0. Touchdown by the Miami Dolphins 3-6. Point after the touchdown at 1 point is 3-7. Field goal by the LA Chargers 6-7. Field goal second quarter. Field goal by the Chargers 9-7. Field goal by the Miami Dolphins 9-10. Field goal by the Miami Dolphins 9-13. Touchdown by the LA Chargers 15-13. 1 point touchdown after 1 point after the touchdown. 1 point 16-13. A touchdown by the LA Chargers 22-13. Point after the touchdown. 1 point 23-13. Fourth quarter field goal by the LA Chargers 26-13. Miami Dolphins touchdown 26-19. Point after the touchdown. 1 point 26-20. Touchdown 26-26. Point after the touchdown 26-19. And the LA Chargers, another field goal is 27-27. 29-27. So LA Chargers win. So that's the score of that game. Okay, October 12th, LA Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. Once again, this is another loss for the Ravens. Field goal by the Baltimore Ravens 0-3. LA Chargers for the field goal. Second quarter, LA Chargers with the field goal 3-3. Third quarter, LA Chargers with the touchdown 9-3. Point after the touchdown, 1 point 10-3. Touchdown by the LA Rams 16-3. Point after the touchdown, 1 point 17-3. So the LA Rams win 17-3. So that was another loss for the Ravens. Ravens have been doing so good this year. I thought they were going to be super good contenders because they still it's a good team because they good but they already blow it. Especially the Tacos favorite team. But of course, I'm a Ravens fan. That's why I cheer for the Ravens. But I wanted the Ravens to beat the Chiefs when they went against the Chiefs. I want everybody to beat the Chiefs because I don't like the Chiefs. I know they have a black quarterback, but it's not about race. I know one of my coworkers like the black quarterback, but basically, I think Patrick Mahomes is like light skinned, so he has some white in him, so he's basically I guess they consider him black, but he's more like light skinned. Then I don't think they really been like. I guess you could say Jalen Hurts, because Hurts kind of light skinned too. He ain't really too dark. They have been like a dark quarterback who won the Super Bowl. Really, he was really dark. Cardinals versus the Cardinals versus the Colts. First quarter, Colts get the touchdown, 0-6. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. Colts 0-7. Cardinals with the touchdown, 6-7. Point after the touchdown, 7-7. Second quarter, touchdown by the Colts, 7-13. Touchdown by the Colts. Point after touchdown, 1 point, 7-14. The Colts. Colts with a field goal, 10-14. Third quarter, that was a field goal by the Cardinals. Touchdown by the Cardinals, 16-14. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 17-14. Colts field goal, 17-17. Cardinals touchdown, 23-17. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 24-17. Fourth quarter, touchdown by the Colts, 24-23. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 24-24. Field goal, 27-24. Touchdown, 27-30. A point after the touchdown, 1 point, 27-31. And the Colts win that game. Colts win that game. Okay, let me play music for a while, and then I'll be getting back to the scores. So I'll find the game. Okay, Cowboys and Panthers. This is still the week 6. I'm going over the scores. Panthers with the field goal, 0-3. Cowboys with a field goal, 3-3. Second quarter, touchdown by the Cowboys, 9-3. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 10-13. Touchdown by the Panthers, 10-9. Point after the touchdown, at 1 point, 10-10. Touchdown by Cowboys, 16-10. Point after the touchdown by the Cowboys, 1 point, 17-10. Field goal by the Panthers, 17-13. Third quarter, touchdown by the Panthers, 17-19. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 17-20. Touchdown by the Cowboys, 23-20. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 24-20. Fourth quarter, touchdown by the Panthers, 24-26. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 24-27. Field goal by the Cowboys, 27-27. And the field goal by the Panthers, 27-30. So the score is 27-30. Panthers win. Yo, that seemed like a good game. Next game, Patriots versus the Saints. Saints with a field goal, 0-3. Patriots with the touchdown, 6-3. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 7-3. Field goal by Saints, 17-7, 7-6. Touchdown by the Patriots, 13-6. Point after the touchdown, 14-6. Touchdown, 14-12. Saints. Point after the this is the second quarter. Point after the touchdown, 14-13. Field goal by the Saints, 14-16. Touchdown by the Patriots, 20-16. Point after the touchdown, 22-16. Point after the touchdown, 2 points, 22-16. It was a 2-point conversion attempt. So 2-point conversion succeeds. So third quarter, field goal, New England Patriots, 25-16. Field goal by the Saints, and the final score is 25-19. Patriots win. That seemed like a good game. Okay, let's go over this game. Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers with a field goal, 0-3. Steelers with a second quarter, Steelers with a field goal, 0-6. Steelers with a field goal, 0-9. Field goal by the Browns, 3-9. Third quarter, touchdown by the Steelers, 3-15. point after the touchdown, 1 point, 3-16. Um, Field goal by the Browns, 0-6. And fourth, fourth quarter, 6-22. Touchdown by the Steelers. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 6-26. And the field goal by the Browns. Final score, 9-23. The Steelers win. So that seemed like a good game. Some of these games I'm gonna watch. I should watch. I think I need to get like the Game Pass, like to watch all the games. If I want to watch all the games, or watch some of the games, or just go back and watch games. I think I gotta get the season pass. So I think it's on YouTube. I think I gotta get that just to watch all the games. If I want to watch all the games, some of the games, or most when recap or see some of the games. So I do like watching football. Okay, Titans versus Las Vegas Raiders. Field goal by the Raiders, 0-3. Touchdown, second quarter, touchdown by the Raiders, 0-9. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 0-10. Third quarter, touchdown by the Raiders, 0-16. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 0-6-17. Field goal by the Titans, 3-17. Fourth quarter, field goal by the Raiders, 3-6, 3-20. Touchdown by the Titans, 9-20. Point after the touchdown, 10-20. The final score, 10-20. The Raiders win by 20 points. They won by 20 points. Okay, next game. 49ers and the Buccaneers. Touchdown, Buccaneers, 0-6. Buccaneers point after the touchdown, 0-7. Field goal by the 49ers, 3-7. Second quarter, touchdown by the 49ers. Point after the touchdown, 10-7. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 49ers, 10-7. A touchdown by the Buccaneers, 10-13. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 10-14. Field goal by the 49ers, 13-14. Touchdown by the Buccaneers, 13-20. Field goal by 49ers, 16-20. Third quarter, field goal by the 49ers, 19-20. touchdown by the Buccaneers. 19-26. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 19-27. And field goal by the Buccaneers, 19-20. 19-30. So I think I watched this game on. I think it was on ESPN. I think it was on. I think that was a Sunday night game. I think so. From last Sunday. Okay, something I'm going to talk about is the Bengals and the Packers. I might go in depth with this. Packers versus the Bengals. I believe they had Joe Flacco on this game. But they did pretty good actually. Let's go with the score. Field goal by the Packers. Field goal by the Packers. This is they ain't do nothing until second quarter. It was a field goal by the Packers. 0-3. Touchdown by the Packers. 2-9. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 0-10. Touchdown by the Bengals. 6-10. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 7-10. 7-16. Touchdown. Packers. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 7-17. Field goal. 10 by Bengals. 10-17. Touchdown by the Packers. 10-3. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 10-24. Touchdown by the Bengals. 16-24. 2-point conversion. Point after touchdown, 2 points. 18 by Bengals. 18-24. And the field goal by the Packers to 18-27. They actually did pretty good in this game. Even though they didn't win the game, it was a pretty good game. So that was that. Almost done with week 6. Three more games to go over. I think after this recap, I'll take a break and just chill for a little bit until I do a week 7 recap. Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I think I want the Detroit Lions to win this. It's Detroit Lions not one of my favorite teams. I do wish they get Super Bowl. I do wish them a Super Bowl. Field goal by the Detroit Lions, 3-0. Touchdown by the Kansas City Chiefs, 3-6. Touchdown by the Detroit Lions, 9-6. Point, second quarter, point after the touchdown, 1 point, 10-6. Touchdown by Kansas City Chiefs, 10-6, 12. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. Kansas City Chiefs, 10-13. Third quarter touchdown by the Kansas City Chiefs. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 10-20. Touchdown by the Detroit Lions, 16-20. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 17-20. Touchdown by the Kansas City Chiefs, 17-26. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. 17-27. And field goal by Kansas City Chiefs, 17-13. 17-22. 17-30. 17-30. Okay. Kansas City got 30. Detroit Lions got 17. So that seemed like a good game. That was probably a Sunday night game. Two more games to go over as far as week 6. Buffalo Bills versus Atlanta Falcons. Touchdown by Atlanta Falcons, 0-6. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 0-7. Touchdown by the Buffalo Bills, 6-7. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. Buffalo Bills, 7-7. Touchdown by the Falcons, 7-13. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 7-14. Second quarter, touchdown by the Falcons, 7-20. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 7-21. Third quarter, touchdown by the Buffalo Bills, 13-21. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 14-21. And field goal by the Atlanta Falcons, 14-24. Atlanta Falcons won that fight won that game. Seemed like a good game. Bears versus Commanders. Bears is a team that my cousin played, part of the Sweat family. Sweat is a part of my family. So this is October. No, this is a Monday night game. Field goal by the Bears, 3-0. Field goal by the Bears, 0-6. Touchdown by the Bears, 12-0. 13 point after the touchdown, 1 point, 13-0. Other second quarter, touchdown by the Commanders, 13-6. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, it's 13-7. Field goal, 13-10. Field goal. Field goal by the Commanders. That's their third quarter, 13-10. Field goal by the Bears, 16-10. Touchdown by the Commanders, 16-16. point after the touchdown, 1 point, 16-17 for the Commanders. Touchdown by the Commanders, 16-23. Point after the touchdown, 1 point. The Commanders, 16-24. Touchdown, the Bears, 22-24. Field goal by the Bears, and the final score 25-24. Glad my cousin won that game. Glad he won that game because he used to play for the Commanders for a little bit. And then I gave my dad a shirt of him. Of his, I gotta give like a Bear shirt. You got like a shirt, a Bear shirt of him. If I plan on getting another shirt, he mostly wear work clothes most of the time, but I don't know. I might get one for myself instead of him. But so I'll play music in the background for a little bit, and then I'll get back into I'll do the recap of week 7, and then I'll do the predictions. Then I'll also go for my teams after that, and then I'll probably end the stream. But I pretty much almost done with the stream, but not really much done. But I'm obviously going over the stuff that I can. Let's play the sound. Okay, going over week 7. Thursday night game. It was the Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Good game. I enjoyed it. I watched the Thursday night game. It was on ABC because you have a city, you have a team that's in your city. They play it no matter what on regular TV. But I had got Prime back, so even if it wasn't on regular, well, it'll be a regular TV anyway because it's my hometown team. But the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals, from Cincinnati, so they play that on regular TV anyway, and they play it on Prime. People who have um, are not from the city of Cincinnati, but I fell asleep towards the end of the game. But other than that, I watched the whole game basically. Let's go over the score. Touchdowns to Cincinnati Steelers. That's the Cincinnati Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers. Touchdown by Steelers. 6-0. Point after the touchdown. 1 point. 7-6. 7-0. Second quarter. Field goal by Steelers. 10-0. Touchdown by Cincinnati Bengals. 10-6. Point after the touchdown. 1 point is 10-7. Touchdown by Cincinnati Bengals. 10-13. Point after the touchdown. 1 point. 10-14. Field goal by Cincinnati Bengals. 10-17. Third quarter. Field goal by the Cincinnati Bengals. 10-20. Touchdown by the Pittsburgh Steelers. 10-20. And it's 16-20. Point after the touchdown. 1 point. 17-20. Fourth quarter. Touchdown. Bengals. 17-26. Point after the touchdown. 1 point. Bengals. 17-27. Touchdown. Steelers. 23-27. Point after the touchdown. 1 point. 24-27. Field goal. 24-30. Touchdown. 30-30. Touchdown by the Steelers. 30-30. Point after touchdown. 31-30. Field goal. Field goal by Steelers. 31-33. Great game. That was an awesome game. Probably one of the best, Thursday night game of the year so far. We still got games, still got games left. But so far, as of right now, that's the best Thursday night game we had. I would say for now, because we still got other Thursday night games. We just started this season. We on week 7, but going on week 8. Starting Thursday. They start off with the game starts Thursday at 8. Game the week is at Monday night game. So that was. I'm glad the Bengals won. I'm happy to win. I think they were gonna blow it at first, but I'm glad they won. So good job, Bengals, pulling the victory. So that was the Thursday night game. LA Rams versus the Jaguars. LA, I like both of these teams. LA Rams and Jaguars, but the LA Rams won by 35-7. So let's go for the scores. LA Rams touchdown 6-0. This is the first quarter. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 7-0. Um, Touchdown by the LA Rams, um, 13-0. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 14-0. LA Rams touchdown. This is second quarter touchdown at Rams, 20-0. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 21 to 0. And they do nothing in the third quarter. So I don't see third quarter here. I see they went straight to fourth quarter. It's a touchdown, 27-0. Point after the touchdown, 28-0. Jacksonville Jaguars touchdown, 28-0. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 28-7. Touchdown by LA Rams, 34-0 and 34-7. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 25-7. So LA Rams won this match on this game. But those are, I like those two. Those two are I'll go off my teams. I'll go off my teams after this. I might make. I'll do a separate video of that. Maybe do a separate video of that. And just record a video and just go off my teams. But everybody know I do got Cincinnati Bengals at number one as far as my number one team. But I do got other teams that I like as far as each division. And I guess I can say the Browns too. I just like Ohio, so that's why I would go for the Browns too. If the Bengals are any good, I do go for the Browns too, because that's Ohio. Eagles versus the Vikings. Touchdown, first quarter. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles, 6-0. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 7-0. Field goal, 7-3. That field goal from the Vikings. Second quarter, touchdown by the Philadelphia Eagles, 13-3. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 14-3 by Philadelphia Eagles. Field goal by the Vikings, 14-6. Field goal, third quarter, field goal by the Vikings, 14-9. Touchdown by the Philadelphia Eagles, 20-9. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 21-9. Touchdown by the Vikings, 21-15. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 21-16. Fourth quarter, field goal, Philadelphia Eagles, 21-19. Touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles, 17-27 to 19. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 28-19. Field goal by the Vikings, 28-22. The, the, the Eagles win this game, and They go at 5-2. Eagles are 3-3. They're even. The Vikings like 3-3, even in their games. Patriots and Titans. Titans field goal 0-3. Patriots field goal 3-3. Titans touchdown 3-9. Point after touchdown 1 point 3-10. Touchdown by the Patriots 9-10. Point after the touchdown 1 point 10-10. Field goal by the Titans 10-13. This second quarter. Touchdown by the Patriots 16-13. 1 point after the touchdown 1 point 17-13. Third quarter touchdown by the Patriots 23-13. Point after the touchdown, New England Patriots 24-13. New England Patriots touchdown 30-13. And point after the touchdown, 1 point 31-13. So the New England Patriots win. Panthers versus the Jets. Carolina Panthers versus the Jets. First quarter, Panthers field goal. Second quarter, Jets field goal, 33-3. Panthers touchdown 9-3. The extra point after the touchdown 1 point 10-3 by the Panthers. Field goal by the Panthers. Third quarter Panthers field goal 3-3, 13-3. And fourth quarter 13 field goal by the Jets 13-6. So the winners of this game is the Carolina Panthers. So the Jets lose this game, and they got the Cincinnati Bengals next week, week 8. So Jets are doing bad this year. They are 0-7. They haven't won a single game. And that was actually one of my favorite teams. I was going for the New York teams. I was going for Giants and Jets. That's been my favorite teams, but I'll probably take Jets off because it's bad. They're terrible, but I don't know why I like the New York team. That's why I was going for New York. I like New York. I always want to go to New York, but never went to New York before. It was just my team because I like New York, but I've never been to New York though. But I'll go with my teams after this. It'll be my definitive teams. Dolphins versus the Cleveland Browns. First quarter, Cleveland Browns field goal 0-3. Second quarter, Miami Dolphins field goal 3-3. Touchdown, Browns 3-9. Point after the touchdown, uh, 1 point, 3-10. Touchdown, Browns 3-16. Point after the touchdown, 1 point, 0-3-17. So the Dolphins field goal 6-17. Third quarter touchdown by the Browns, 26 23. Point after touchdown, 1 point, 6-24. Touchdown by the Browns, 6-30. Point after the touchdown, down 1 point, 6-31. So that's the Browns won that game. It's basically about two of the worst teams. Dolphins are now 1-6. Dolphins Browns are now 2-5. So the Browns are now at second place now, and that's second place, third place in their division. But especially the Steelers being in first place. Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals, Browns, and Ravens are. Well, Ravens are last actually. I think they are last for now. Oh, this week was actually um, Baltimore Ravens bye week. I think it was. I don't see Ravens on here. I think it was their bye week. Saints versus the Browns. Was it Saints versus the Bears? That's what I meant to say. Um, Field goal, first quarter, Bears with a field goal, 0-3. Bears with a field goal, 0-6. Touchdown by the Bears, 0-6. Extra point, 0-13. Touchdown by the Bears, 0-6 to 19. Extra point, 0-20. Touchdown by the Saints, 6-20. Extra point, 7-20. Touchdown by the Saints, 13-20. Extra point, 14-20. Field goal by the Bears, 14-23. And a field goal by the Bears, 14-26. The Bears win. The Bears, Chicago Bears. You know, I like Chicago because I do like Chicago artists, Chicago rappers, Twista, Chicago R&B artists, R. Kelly. That's what is reason I like Chicago. And plus, I've been to Chicago before. I like Chicago. It's a nice place to be at. I like to visit there again. When I get if I ever do visit there again. Oh, this game! I actually turned to a different game. I watched this game. it was a blowout. This is a blowout. Kansas City Chiefs. It's the Las Vegas Raiders. Touchdown. Chiefs 0-6. Extra point 0 to extra point by the Chiefs 0-7. Touchdown by the second quarter. Touchdown by the Chiefs 0-13. Extra point 0-14. Touchdown by the Chiefs 0-20. Extra point 0-21. Third quarter Chiefs touchdown 0-27. Extra point 0-28. And field goal by Chiefs 0-31. Whoa, that's a blowout. 31-0. That's sad. 31-0. That's Raiders. It's not Raiders. Ain't gonna go well either. Okay, got a couple games left. Colts are done pretty well. They're 6-1. Hey, Trust is good too. Day 14, 4-3 so far. First quarter, Colts with the touchdown, 6-0. Field goal by the Chargers, 6-3. Touchdown by the Colts, 12-3. Extra point, 13-3. Extra point by the Colts. Touchdown by the Colts, 19-3. Extra point, 20. Extra point by the Colts, 20-3. Field goal by the Colts, 23-3. Third quarter, touchdown by the Chargers, 23-9. Extra point by the Chargers, 23-10. Touchdown by the Colts, 29-10. Extra point by the Colts, 31-10. Touchdown by the Chargers, 31-16. Extra point by the Chargers, 31-17. Touchdown by the Colts, 37-17. Extra point by the Colts, 38-17. Touchdown by the Chargers, 38-23. Extra point by the Chargers, 38-24. And by a score of 38-24, the Colts win. New York Giants versus the Denver Broncos. Oh, the Giants ain't doing well either. But I actually like the Giants though. They're one of my favorite teams. I like New York, but they doing terrible this year too. First quarter touchdown by the Giants, 6-0. Extra point by the Giants, 7-0. Second quarter touchdown by Giants, 13-0. Touchdown by the Giants, 19-0. Denver Broncos with a touchdown, 19-6. Extra point, two extra points, the 2 point conversion, 19-6, 19-8. New York Giants touchdown, 25-8. One extra point, there's 26-8. Touchdown by Broncos, 28, 26-14. 2 point conversion, 26-15. Touchdown by the Broncos, 26-7, 27, 22, 26-22. One extra point, 26-23. Touchdown by the Broncos, 26-29. Extra point, 26-30. And Giants to the touchdown, 38, 32-30. Field goal with the Broncos, 32-33. This could have been a Giants game. They almost won though. But they like how the Bengals beat the Steelers with the field goal. If the field goal is the triumph winning team, winning how teams win the field goal is the field goal usually, unless they miss, unless you try to mess them up for them to miss. I'm smoking on that gas. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more games left to go over. Then I'm gonna go over my teams, and then I'm gonna go over my predictions of week 8. So Packers versus the Cardinals. Cardinals with first quarter. Cardinals with a field goal, 0-6, 0-3. Second quarter, Packers with a field goal, 3-3. Field goal by the Cardinals, 3-6. Touchdown by the Cardinals, 3-20. Cardinals with an extra point, 3-13. Packers with a field goal, 6-3, 13. Touchdown Packers. Third quarter, Packers with a touchdown, 12-13. Extra point, 13-13. Touchdown by the Cardinals, 13-19. Extra point by the Cardinals, 13-20. Fourth quarter, fourth quarter. Packers with a touchdown, 19-20. Extra point by the Packers, 20-20. Field goal by the Cardinals, 20-23. Touchdown by the Packers, 26-23. Yeah. Extra point, 27-23. So the Packers win. I used to have a Packers jersey. I think I gave it to my dad, but I know I had a Packers jersey. So I got 4 more games left. 4 more games to go over, and then I'm done. Yeah, I'll probably go over my predictions. I'll probably do a separate video of my team. No, I'll just go over my teams. I'll go over my teams and I'll do the predictions, and then I'm done. I'm done, bro. I went over the whole video. I'm going through an hour. So I'm basically going to do these every week. Maybe do it next year. And maybe do these all the time, every Tuesday. Mm. Commanders versus the Cowboys. Touchdown by the Cowboys, 0-6. Extra point, 0-7. Cowboys. Safety to the 7. Touchdown by the Commanders, 8-7. Field goal by the Cowboys, 8-10. Cowboys touchdown, 8-16. Extra point by Cowboys, 8-17. Second quarter field goal by the Cowboys, 8-20. Touchdown by the Commanders, 14-20. Extra point by the Commanders, 15-20. Touchdown by the Cowboys, 15-26. Extra point, 15-27. Extra point by the Cowboys. Touchdown by their quarter. Touchdown by the Cowboys, 15-33. Extra point, 15-34. Touchdown by the Cowboys, 15-40. Extra point by the Cowboys, 14-49, 41. Touchdown by the Commanders, 21-41. Extra point by the Commanders, 22-41. Fourth quarter field goal by the Cowboys, 22-44. And that's game right there. 22-44. Cowboys win 44 points. I believe I got 3 games left. And this is the Sunday night game. Falcons and 49ers. Field goal by the second quarter. I don't think that's what happened in the first quarter. So field goal, Falcons 3-0. Touchdown by the 49ers, 3-6. Extra point by the 49ers, 3-7. Field goal by the 49ers, 3-10. Field goal by third quarter field goal by the 49ers, 3-13. Touchdown by the Falcons, 9-13. Extra point by the Falcons, 10-13. Touchdown by the Falcons. Touchdown by the Falcons. Touchdown by the the 49ers, 10-19. And extra point by the 49ers, 10-20. So that final score is 10-20. 49ers win. 49ers beat the Falcons. 49ers 5-2. Falcons 3-3. So these are two of the Monday night games. Both teams are 5-2 right now. Lions pick up the win. Check out the scores. Touchdown by Detroit Lions, 0-6. Extra point by Detroit Lions, 0-7. Second quarter, touchdown by the Detroit Lions, 0-13. Extra point by the Detroit Lions, 0-14. Field goal by the Buccaneers, 3-14. Touchdown by the Buccaneers, 9-14. Touchdown by the Detroit Lions, 9-20. Extra point by the Detroit Lions, 9-21. In the fourth quarter, field goal by the Detroit Lions, 9-24. Detroit Lions win this game. Detroit Lions are not my favorite team, but I do wish them the best. I do wish they do get a Super Bowl in their future. I like to see them with the Super Bowl. If none of my teams be in the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, they at least the winners. Because they're a good team. Final game of Week 7. This is a Monday night game. We just having at 10 o'clock on ESPN. I don't have ESPN, so I had to watch that. I had to watch the other Monday night game. There was a double header. But Houston Texans versus the Seattle Seahawks. First quarter, touchdown, Seahawks, 0-6. Extra point by Seahawks, 0-7. Touchdown by Seahawks, 0-13. Extra point by Seahawks, 0-14. Second quarter, field goal by the Texans, 3-14. Field goal by the Texans, 0-6-14. Third quarter, field goal, 6-17. Touchdown. That's by the Seahawks. Touchdown by the Texans, 12-17. Field goal by the Seahawks, 12-20. Touchdown by the Seahawks, 12-26. Extra point by the Seahawks, 12-27. Fourth quarter, touchdown, 18-27. Extra point, 19-27. 19-27. So that's game right there. That's the that's week That's week 7. I'll be back. That's week 7. I'll go over my teams and I'll go over my predictions for week 8. I'll be back. Okay, I'll go with my teams. My teams in the AFC division, AFC East. My favorite team in this team is probably I have to. Hey, can I go with the Jets or New England Patriots? I'll go with the New England Patriots because that was my team. That was the team when I started off watching football. It was the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots, and at the time it was called they were called the Rams. They were the St. Louis Rams at the time. They changed the name to LA Rams. But I'll actually go with New England Patriots as far as that AFC East. New England Patriots. At least they come on Super Bowls. AFC North is definitely the Cincinnati Bengals. Uh, if Bengals go bad, I'll go for the Browns because they Ohio. So actually, both of those are my teams right there, but mainly it's the Bengals. AFC South, Jacksonville Jaguars. AFC West, I'll go with LA Chargers. NFC East, I'll go with New York Giants. But I do like the Eagles, though. But I'll go with New York Giants. NFC North, I will go with the Bears, Chicago Bears. But I also like the Detroit Lions, so but I go with the Chicago Bears. NFC South, I will go with Carolina Panthers. NFC West, I will go with the LA Rams. I'll be back. After this, I'm gonna go with my predictions and then I'll end the stream. But I have to use restroom again. I'm not feeling too well. I think I ate too much food, but I'll be back. Okay, back with another beat. Back with my bad. I don't know. I probably ate too much with that baconator, that baconator, and that cookies. So I went over my week 6 and my week 7 recap, 2025 NFL. Now I go to my NFL 2025 weeks 8 predictions. I went over my teams. Y'all saw I went over my teams. Um, those were my teams. Minnesota Thursday night game, 8:15. Um, Minnesota Vikings versus the LA Chargers. I'm actually going to go with the LA Chargers. Miami Dolphins versus the Atlanta Falcons. I actually go with the Atlanta Falcons. Chicago Bears versus the Baltimore Ravens. I actually go with the Baltimore Ravens, but I hope the Chicago Bears win. Yeah, I should go with the Baltimore Ravens, man. Cincinnati Bengals versus the New York Jets. I'm actually going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. They should win that game. But hopefully they win that game. Buffalo Bills versus the Carolina Panthers. I actually go with the Buffalo Bills. The 49ers versus the Texans. I actually go with the 49ers. Cleveland Browns versus the New England Patriots. I actually go with the New England Patriots. New York Giants versus the New England Philadelphia Eagles. I should go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New England Saints. That happened at 4-5. I should go with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Texans, Tennessee Texans, Tennessee Titans versus the Indianapolis Colts. I should go with the Indianapolis Colts. Dallas Cowboys versus the Broncos, the Denver Broncos. I should go with Denver Broncos. Green Bay Packers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I should go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's actually a Sunday night game. Then here's a Monday night game. Here's a Monday night game. Here's a Monday night game. Commanders versus the Washington Commanders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I actually go with the Kansas City Chiefs. So those are my predictions. Should be good week of football. And week 9 it's actually going to be the Bengals versus the Bears. For that game, I hope either team will be fine with me winning it, just because I want the Bears to win, just because my cousin paid for the Bears. But hopefully I want the Bengals. I don't really want the Bengals to win, just because my team is my city, Cincinnati. So let's see how that goes the following week. That's on Sunday, November 2nd on Sunday. So looking forward to that. Either way, you either lose. I'll be fine with either way. I think after that I think it's after that that is the Bengals off week. Uh, week 10 is actually Bengals bye week, I believe. Let's get these couple wins in for Bengals. You should win against the Jets. If you don't win against the Bears, I'll be fine. Win or lose, I'll be fine. So I want the Bears to win just because my cousin paid for the Bears. But that's my NFL 2025 Week 6 and Week 7 recap in my NFL my NFL teams of my NFL 2025 Week 8 predictions. So I'll be back again next Tuesday with another recap of Week 8 and Week 9 predictions. Peace, everyone. I'm out. Peace. Yo, what's up, Golden?